Hi, everybody. It's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. I need to get myself adjusted here. I'm like, "Rah." There we go. I'm like, too much going on in the background. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. I have the new cozy. Now I have the name wrong. My mind. Oh my gosh. It's Cute Kit. I have it in the description. Oh my gosh. But we have a new kit. So we've been getting like new kits about once every month. And so these ones remind me a lot of the paper pumpkin ones, except you know what you're getting. So they're not as a surprise. And I kind of like that about them. And this one is so cute. So I thought it was perfect to do for Mimeograph Monday with a twist because it makes 12 identical cards. So then I'm going to make one like you're supposed to, and then I'm going to make a few with my twist on them. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona, with my messy desk back there. So let's see who's here. We have Lori and Lanza, and Debbie's here. Carol and Honeybee and Dawn. So welcome, welcome. So we are going to have fun today with the cozy kit. It's got some cute embellishments and stuff. So that's what we're going to have fun with. So let me turn the phone. Now I'm going to hold the box up. I don't know how to fix, like when you hover over top of the video and then it just shows a little snippet, it's always my hand in the way. I don't know how to fix that. So today I'm just going to hold the box up and see if that makes a difference when the video processes. All right, so hold on while I get adjusted. I just try to do that so that you're not getting seasick. So I was putting my hand there, but I have no clue how to make it be a little snippet that I would rather you see. So I'm just going to see if when this processes, if it's the box or not. All right, so let's see. I'm sure there's some way to do it, but I am not very technical in regards to stuff like that. All right, so it is a new week, so I always like to remind you about the host code. This is August host code. If you are placing an order, please make sure that you use this one, unless you are in one of my stamp clubs, or I've given you your own personal code. A lot of people get their own private codes, and then they give it to their friends, or they order periodically through the month, and then they get hostess benefits at the end of the month. If you are interested in that, holler at me because I do need to make the code before you put your first order in. So hey, Brenda and Allie and Sandy. I was so excited. I was playing with the kit, and I was actually watching old episodes of Schitt's Creek. I love that show because I don't really have to watch it. I just know what's going on and I can gaze up at it once in a while. So I had that on the TV. All right. So I have new goodies and guts for the month of August. I have showed you this last week on my video. So if you need that, let me know and I can put the link in there. Otherwise, just make sure you check that out. And this is if you order 75 in a month before tax and shipping, you can pick goodies or guts. If you want both, if you order 150, you get both. All right, and that's just something that I do. That's not something that Stampin' Up! Offers. It's just something I offer. All right, so here is the cute little kit. I love these all come in a fun little box, and I've been keeping these boxes. I don't know why, but I am. All right, so I have been playing, obviously, so I have my kit with pieces out of it to show you today. All right, so this kit does come with dimensionals. It comes with linen thread. It comes with a little Poppy Parade ink spot. Now, you know me, I have mentioned before, I don't use the little ink spots. I use my big stamp pad instead. All right, then you have all these fun little embellishments. Now, some are pop out. You'll see here, you pop these out. These ones are actually stickers, so there's adhesive on the back of them. So you get quite a few of them. So like I said, this makes 12 cards. Then you have these cute little diagonally cut. These are your tags. And then you have these beautiful cards. Like, look at that gorgeous card. It's beautiful all by itself. You've got some gold splattery looks on there, some pine cones, holly, and all that good stuff. All right. And then you have these gorgeous envelopes. All right. So let me pull this stuff out. You also get a block. So if you are new to stamping, these are what they call an all-inclusive kit because it gives you everything you need to make this kit. Now, if you want to add stuff to it, which I have done with my alternatives, you totally can. Then it has, now this is the item code, which is 160338, and it's 23 before tax and shipping. And then this is just your instructions so that you know what you need to put on there and it with your dimensionals and everything. It tells how much of your thread to cut, and there's a handy dandy little ruler on the side so that you can measure your thread. All right, so let me get this off my desk. Hi, Joanne. I'm so glad you made the live, Sandy. All right, so here is the stamp set. So I have got them all mounted because I was just using, a bunch of different ones. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different greetings. So it is a great set for sure. All right, so let me go to my pieces here for the first card. All right. Now the first card I'm doing is basically just like the kit tells you to do. All right. So this is the pieces. Now I have cut myself an extra piece for the inside. I also cut a card apart in 1-inch strips so they have a little bit to put on the inside of the card. That's just me. You don't need to do that if you don't want to, if because that does make you have less cards to make. But I'm fine with that. All right. Whoops, let me get it on the right piece. So this is such a pretty kit, and the value is awesome, especially because you got all of that stamp set to use later. All right, so like I said, this is the one. Just doing it like it says to. All right, so you have your pretty card, and we're going to use the envelope. Let me get my bone folder. We'll give it a crease. And then this is going to go on the inside of my card. Now the card kits, just like the paper pumpkins, are a little bit different in color. They're almost like a whiter white than our basic white. So it looks a tad bit different, but not enough that it bothers me. Like on the camera, you can't tell too much either. All right, so there is that. Then we want to stamp our greeting. So I'm going to use my big pad, like I said. Hey, Susie Q. All right. So let's do a few different greetings. Let me just stamp a bunch of greetings while I have this here, and then I'll just pull from them. All right, so let's see here. We have this one that says, wishing you a Merry Christmas. That's a good one. So I'm just going to stamp a bunch of my tags so that they're ready to go. This one I thought was fun. Orange, you glad it's Christmas. It reminded me of that knock knock joke. Orange, you glad I didn't say orange again? Or something like that. All right, orange, you glad it's Christmas. Let's see, what else do we have? We have made this holiday warm your heart. And the font is so pretty. And you know how I like typing and writing. So this one does just that. Let's see, what else do we have? Celebrate the season. And when it's photopolymer, it's so nice because then you can see right through the block so that when you're stamping your greeting, you can get it right on there. And then I have all these extra ones. All right, let me close my pad. And then I just stamped it on here. It is photopolymer, so sometimes if you have a little bit of issue with the stamp because it's photopolymer, just use the mat here. What I did do, whenever I have a brand new photopolymer stamp set, before I ink it up the first time, I always ink it up in my Versamark. Then I just tap it off and clean it on the grid sheet. And what that does is it kind of conditions that photopolymer so that it will accept the ink better. So that's just a couple hints there if you have, if you're not super happy with the way your photopolymer is stamping. That could be why. All right, so let me get these out of here so we can start our first card. So good afternoon. It is very hot in Arizona too. So I'm going to keep looking up. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. All right, so these ones again, these ones are stickers. So you're just going to peel those off. And then it sticks right on the card. Then we have these dimensionals that came with the kit. So I'm going to put 3 in my circle. And I'm making it kind of be in the inside of the circle because I'm going to stagger it over top of this other orange here. And I love the look of this set because it looks like you have colored it. It looks like very, like you personally colored it. But it's a stamp, or not a stamp, but a sticker. All right, so then we have this cute, I think it's cinnamon sticks and cinnamon. So you want 12 inches of this. And like I said, you get a ruler on the sheet. So let me get the ruler out. Here we go. So you have a little ruler. I usually use a ruler, but let's use this. All right, so we have 9, 10, 11, that should be 12. All right. Or just use a ruler, but I like that they put that there. So if you're like doing your crafting, you know, at a ball game, on an airplane or something, you might go, oh my gosh, I needed a ruler. I didn't pack a ruler. Well, there it is. All right, so then I'm just looping this around a couple times. And then I'm just going to tie this in a bow. And then this is going to get glued on there with dimensionals too. So I didn't even use, oh, I did use seal because I'm changing the insides. So that is a little bit different because the seal doesn't come with the kit. But if you do the cards like you're supposed to, if you don't alter them, then it's all inclusive. If you alter them, then you might have to add some of your own adhesive. Okay, so now we want these cute little cinnamon sticks, and they're just going to go off to the side here. So I know I want my thing here and here because this other part is going to overhang your orange. So we've got that in there, and this just overhangs the orange just like that. Then we can pick our greeting. So let's do the May your holiday warm your heart. So if I ever miss a question, make sure you ask it again because as the comments scroll up, then I can't see them. All right, so we're going to go little dimensionals there. And then that's going to go right on here like that. So cute. And then you have these bigger cinnamon things, whatever those are. I'm a stamper, not a whatever that would be, Spice Pro. All right, so we're going to stick one here and we're going to stick one here. Now this is exactly how it said to make this card, and then we're going to stick it in the envelope. So cute. All right, so there's one down. So I did one ahead of time. So I won't do this one because it's the same card. All I did was turned it on its side, so you can see the difference. So this is the one that we just did. And all I did was turn it on the side. And then I put inside here, I cut one of the envelopes. So I've lost an envelope, but that's okay because they just fit in our regular envelopes. And then all I did was put this on the inside of the envelope or inside of the card. And now you've got like this pretty little orange in there. All right, so that was a little bit different. So let me put this over here so I can have them all shown at the end. All right. And then here was the pieces for that one. But just to save time, you don't need to see me do that identical card, just at a different angle, right? All right. So let me show this one. So this is one of the twists. So I did, how many twists? I did, I think 3 different ones. All right. So we're using one of the envelopes that came with the kit. But this time, I'm using a piece of basic white thick for my card base. And then I have a piece of just regular basic white. It's going to go on the outside. And then this is going to go on the inside. So this is another piece that I cut from a full card. I just trimmed it down in 1-inch pieces so that it gives me something to stick on the inside of the card. Because this set, all it came with was greetings. It didn't come with any pictures, like any stamped images. So you could totally, you know, it would go with a lot in the main catalog. All right, so this is the inside. So it's going to go inside my card. Like that. But they're so pretty. So I liked, when I was cutting them, I'm like, oh, okay. So what I did was I cut it down. I cut it into 3. So I made this be, a little smaller. And then I'm going to stick it on the card like this. So it's like a puzzle. So you just want to make sure that you don't mix and match and move your pieces around. So this is going to give it a totally different look. Hey, Linda. All right. So then I'm just going to, once I know that I had my pieces in place, then I'm doing this side. So I just make sure, like visually, that this side here and the bottom are roughly the same size. This is going to go in the center. So now I'm going to do this one. Again, visualizing that they're all the same on each side. Oop, get that out of the way. There we go. And then this guy is going to go in between there. So by doing your edges first, it's easier to put the center one after. Then if I did this one, then this one, I might have been off a little bit on my edge, depending on where I glued this one. So I always do my edges first and then fill in with the center one. And then I just make these edges be the same. So there we have that. So look at how different that looks just by trimming that card down a little bit. Then we have, so we have the 2024, 2022, 2024 in color Baker's Twine pack. So this is just this right here. And I just put it on a spool. And when we were in Illinois, there's an antique store in town that I always go to try to find stuff. And I found these old clothespins because I usually put them on like the old bobbins. But there was a jar with old clothespins. And I thought, you know what? They would be too cute too. And Jeff's mom made me laugh so hard. So when I was like, do you want to see what I got at the antique store? And she was like, yeah. And she just rolled her eyes when I showed her the wooden bobbin or the wooden clothespins. And I was like, I put my ribbon on it. And she just laughed. She got a real chuckle out of that. All right. So I'm just going to put my baker's twine on there. So I just wound it around a couple times. I keep dropping that one side. There we go. So I just wound it around a couple times. This red will pull this red to your eye, right? All right. And usually I always do with my twine. I'm going to put a little piece of tape back here. This just keeps my twine behaving itself while I'm tying it. I don't like out of control baker's twine. All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, Lanza. All right. So we have this. So I'm going to tie that. It just gives it a different look. And you can do that with anything, right? Like you can do that with your DSP too. All right. So there is that. Now, I'm going to put this on the card with dimensionals. So because I am altering stuff, I could very well run out of dimensionals. Like maybe. I'm just guessing. So when you do, switch up things, you might run out and you might have to use them from your stash. So just keep that in mind. So if you are traveling and grabbing one of these all-inclusive kits, always take some extra adhesive and glue dots and things like that, just in case. I always have like a ready to go, kind of like a standard stamping kit. All right, so that's going to go in here. I just popped it off the card because we have white on white, plus we have that piece of baker's twine back there, so it's just going to make that card stick better by using the dimensionals. All right, so then I'm just going to do the same kind of thing. So I'm going to stick an orange over here. I'm going to grab a big orange here. So I'm going to put that there. So I'm just going to put my dimensionals off to the side a little bit. So who is ready? If you watch Better Call Saul, oh my gosh, are you ready for tonight's last episode? All right, so that goes on there. And then let's see. I want where's my sayings? Here's my sayings. So this time I'm going to have it say, orange, you glad it's Christmas. Because I think that is so funny. All right, so we're going to go orange, you glad it's Christmas. So that's going to go here. So I'm going to take a couple dimensionals, one there and one there, which will straddle my baker's twine. Let's see. It's like blurry on me. I'm trying to like get it to focus. There we go. All right. I must have did something too close to the camera. All right, so here we go. So this is going to go down here, orange you glad. And if this bothers me, like if this to me gets loose, I'll put a glue dot under there, but for now it's good. We also want a cinnamon stick. Now this time I'm not going to tie a ribbon on it because I have a ribbon here. So this is just going to go over here. One and two. This would be fun if you could get something that wouldn't mess up the paper too much. If you could get like a cinnamon smeller or whatever and put a little bit of a cinnamon smell on there. All right, so then let's see what else. That looks good, but I want to add a little bit of bling to this one. So I'm going to take, these are the Festive Pearls. And I'm going to use the gold ones because there's gold on the card and all these little splatters. So I'm going to use the gold ones, and I'm just going to put a gold one in each center of the orange and this center of that cinnamon stick there, because the card already has all of these flecks of gold. So I don't really want to add any more to the edge, but I liked that little bit on the center, and I think it just made the fruit look cute and the cinnamon. All right, so there's the second one. Let's see, is that the one I just did? All right. So then we have, oh, just one more. Here we go. Because I didn't do that other one. That was the same, just whatever. All right, so one more. All right. So again, I'm going to use the envelope that came with it. And I trimmed this one as well, but it's going to be a different angle. All right, so we have our basic white card base. So you definitely want to try that, right? You want to trim things down. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Cinnamon, Joanne said, cinnamon scented Wink of Stella. And I could totally be putting Wink of Stella on these too. All right, so we have our card base. Then we have the inside of our card. Now this time I have like a little smaller strip when I trimmed down the card. So don't waste any of your pieces. It goes on the inside there. And my scissors are hiding. So just try to trim down. I mean, it's just paper, right? If it doesn't work, you have one less card or you have one less piece of DSP or something. It's only paper. We're not brain surgeons. Wouldn't that be horrible? Oh, we always have another brain. All right, so there's that. Okay, then I cut these pieces. So I cut the pieces this way instead. So the other card, I cut them this way. This time I cut them this way. But we're going to basically kind of do the same thing. So this is going to get glued onto here. And again, I'm just looking at my edges. And this kit was easy because you had 12 identical cards. All right, so see, I need to make sure I turn it. So see how there's a puzzle? It's like a puzzle that gets put together, and then you just have to separate it. So I almost glued it the other way. So since we're doing 12 identical cards, this kit was a little bit easier to mess around with because it wasn't like, oh, I messed a card up and now I only have one left or I'm all out of them. So this one was a little bit easier. All right, so then we're going to do the same thing with the thread, but now it's going to go in here. So we're going to do that. So this would be an awesome kit if you know somebody that likes to give Christmas cards. You could make them up one of these with all the different cards, give it to them in the box, and then they would have cards to send. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, let me tie my baker's twine. Or maybe you invite somebody over and then you could make them together. All right, so I'm loop-de-looped. I'm doing 2 loops so that it kind of holds it in place while I mess with it. All right, so we're going to tie this in a bow. And I love this baker's twine with it because I just love that pop of red that emphasizes the red of the berries. All right, trim, trim. Now these kits, especially this one, well, I mean, they all are kind of the same idea. Make sure you grab one of them when they first become available because sometimes they go on back order and then you don't have, you're not able to get it for a while. Especially with this one being Christmas, themed, you might want to get them, started now. All right. So I do the same thing. I put this on. Oh, the name of the kit is Cozy. It is, hang on a second. I was getting the name all mixed up. Cozy and Bright Kit is the name of this kit. Here is the item number, 160338. And in the United States, it's 23 before tax and shipping. And it does 12 cards, unless you are altering them like I am. And then I won't get 12 cards because, I've cut one into pieces, to get insides of the cards and stuff like that. But I'm fine with that. All right. So then this one, so I want my oranges again. This greeting, I'm going to say, wishing you a Merry Christmas. So I want that. I want a big orange, a cinnamon stick, and a couple of these. Do I want these? I don't think I use those. And a peel one. All right. Okie. Let's see. I wonder if I forgot to put, no, that's good. They don't have to be identical, Diana. Oh, okay. All right, so let's see here. We want to peel our orange. Now this time, I'm going to start this orange over here. And I'm just trying to cover up. See how there's like that just kind of floating in the air? So I just try to cover it up a little bit. Not that anybody would say, oh, that thing's floating in the air. All right, then this is going to go over here. So we want our dimensionals. And again, I'm just putting them on the edge. All right, so that's going to go over here. And then my cinnamon stick. Now again, I already have my ribbon here, my thread, my baker's twine, whatever. So I'm not going to put a piece on here. I'm going to stick this up here. So it's just going to be kind of snuggled in with these oranges. They will also hide that flying in the air piece of holly. So that's going to go there. All right. Then, let's see, where's my greeting? There it is. So I'm going to put my greeting down here. And I'm also going to do the same bling as I did before because I love the look of those gold pieces in the orange. And I don't use the gold as much as I use the other one, but it's perfect on this card. All right, so we're going to go gold in the center again. And again, it's just in the center. And I'm doing just 3. So I like an odd number of embellishments. So that's cute. If you want, there's more of these things. So we could even stick one on the inside over here. So that looks cute. Then it goes with the outside even more. So there's still quite a few pieces. Like look at all this stuff that's still left. And then I will have extra because of me cutting that card up. So what you can do is, like, you could cut an orange in half and stick it on the inside of your card as well. All right, so let me show you. So this was how the kit said to make the card. And then this was me. All I did was turned it on its turned it on its side. So it was the same card. I just turned it on its side. And then here is one that I cut the card in the pieces. So it gives it a totally different look, doesn't it? It that white frame around it. So it's, to me, it's just cleaner looking, a little brighter. And then here's one that's very similar. I just cut the card a little bit differently, but now you've got all this color up here with the white line down the center. So it is a super cute kit. And so hopefully I answered all your questions. Let me see. So let's see, maybe this is where the hand comes from. Who knows? But there was the hand. So anyway, so yeah, so super fun, super cute kit. And so make sure you grab yours as soon as you can. Make sure you join me tomorrow when I show you the fun little, I'm trying to make sure you can't see back there. I'm being very sneaky. So make sure you join me tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 139, 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And I'm going to share with you what I did with the super cute little, the little gnomes with the beards that I did last week. It turned out so stinking cute that I can hardly wait to show you. So, oh, I'm so glad you do. And it was super quick. Like I said, I had my TV on and I just cut the paper. Stamp your greetings. This is a great one that you don't have to think a lot. And I like to not have to think. So this was a perfect one. If you have any questions, oh, yay. So now if you have the kit already, now you have maybe some ideas that you can make. All right, so I'm going to say see you later. I will see you tomorrow. And otherwise, have a great night. And I always make this awkward at the end while I get my mouse out. Sorry. But anyways, it's just me. All right, so thanks so much for joining me. Oh, what are the dimensions of the strips? This one, let me get my ruler. All right, so the one with the 3, I think they're 1 1/4. Yeah, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and then 2 1/4 for the 3. And the one that just has the 2 strips, it is 2 1/2, and then 1. So this one is 2 1/2, and this is 1. So really, it just depends, right? Like I just cut, and then if I just wanted to be the same, and then I just trimmed. So, but that's the sizes that I used. So I don't think I see any other questions. Oh, I like that you like my changers. So this one is a little bit different of a Mimeograph Monday because usually I do a catalog project, but I'm like, well, this is the same kind of thing. I'm doing like you should, and then I'm doing the twist. So anyways, all right, so I'm going to stop blabbing for real now. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye for now.